That is what I've been missing from Broadway. Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be another Broadway soundtrack review, and oh my god, guys, like, this show that I'm going to be talking about, just the soundtrack, I want you guys to know something. This is a cast recording, okay? This is going to be my review for the cast recording of Fun Home. Yes, the soundtrack finally came out, and, I could have gotten this months ago because the off-Broadway production had, but I'm like, no, I'm going to wait till the Broadway production, which was stupid because they're exactly the same. Like, they're exactly the same production. There's nothing different. Same cast and everything, which is awesome, but let me talk about this show. This is a cast recording, okay? Cast recording, which means they're just songs on here. They're not just songs on this show, okay? There aren't. Just from the cast recording alone, this might be the most emotional journey of a musical that you can get. Like, there are literally songs I'm going to talk about. I can't really talk about them because they're so sad and just so tragic to think about, honestly, just thinking about that this actually happened. Because everything in this show actually happened. And it's a lot like Next to Normal. If you guys know the show Next to Normal, it's a lot like that, how that was done. Next to Normal, of course, was fictional, though. This actually happened, because basically it's about the life of Alison Bechdel. First of all, I hate the Tony voter people. Okay, whoever are the Tony people that put the descriptions on your Tony website, I'm not even going to play this for you because basically there's a very long piece. Helen, basically her mother, is playing the piano while Bruce is seducing this guy, bringing him into their home, and secretly having sex with him, which is something that Helen doesn't find out about till Allison was well into her college years, well into that, and I think it really well tells the story that I definitely really do love. Helen's Etude, I think it really is some great dialogue, and definitely really do love it. The next song, though, one of the most tragic pieces in the show by far, Party Dress.
Party is going to be wearing her prettiest dress, and you want to put on what? What?
Now, there's a song called Al for Short, but for whatever reason, it's not on this soundtrack, so I'm just going to judge it as Party Dress. That's what I'm going to call it. This is when, basically, Bruce, her father, wants her to wear this party dress, but because Allison is not like that and doesn't really like, women's things, she just wants to wear a jean jacket and, basically, just regular, pants, but her dad's not okay with it, and he's trying to tell her why she should do that, and I definitely really do love about this song. You just feel really uneasy. You start to see the struggle that she went through, which I thought was really well done, and definitely really do love that. Now, next song we have, this is a very powerful song. It's very well done by Demi and Allison, and it's called Changing My Major.
To overwhelming lust, but I must say that I'm changing my major to Joan.
Now, if you guys don't know, there was one part I did leave out of the second plot, and that's because Allison meets up with this girl, Joan, who is basically the girl that makes her realize that Allison is a lesbian. Until she kisses her, she doesn't realize it, but this is the song where Allison realized, I'm a lesbian. That's what she realizes, and I think it's an amazing transformation that she goes through. Emily Skeggs does a very good job in this song. You see that she's happy this way. She's always known, and there's part of her that's always known, but she never really thought that it was right, because her father always said it wasn't a good thing. But now she knows that she is a lesbian. I think it's also maybe the first time that she realizes that maybe her father isn't the best father that she's had. I definitely really do love that about Changing My Major. I think it's a great song. I think she does definitely a very good job with it. I definitely do love it. But the next song is the only song that Beth Malone, that the adult Allison sings by herself, and that is Maps.
Strung along roads, the land transfigured into topographic codes. Maps show you what is simple and true. Try laying out a birth.
If you guys don't know, the musical actually is a very different story than the comic book, because obviously the comic book, she wrote everything. Here, she's writing stuff still. That's when this timeline takes place. This is when she is recalling different memories and just thinking about what her father did. We see this flashback in the beginning. There's basically this dialogue that goes on before this song where there was this like school project that Allison was doing, but her father did all the work for her because it wasn't the way he wanted it. And if it wasn't the way he wanted it, he got really pissed about it, which he shouldn't have, but he did. And I think that Beth Malone, she was nominated for an award, and she needs to win it, honestly. She does. She is great in this song. Also, she's very funny in points as well. There's so many times where she's like, caption this. No, caption this. It's actually kind of funny when you hear what she wants to change each caption to. I think it's honestly kind of a fun journey that you can see, especially because the show itself is not fun. So, I think Beth Malone does a great job with this song. I love Maps. It's such a great song. I love it. But the next song is the only other fun song on the show. It's the one song it's the last fun song on the show, and that song is Raincoat of Love.
Magic shield of love protecting me from that weather. Rain from the sky.
This song, I think, appeals to any child that goes through parents arguing, because any child that goes through their parents arguing, they try to find some sort of coping mechanism to deal with that. And I wouldn't know personally, but I know that, kids have to deal with that, and they always try to find something to help them out with that. Allison, her parents argued a lot, and she was trying to watch The Partridge Family. Her dad turned it off because he was pissed at the time. So basically, she imagines her family as this happy family on the TV show because her family's not like that. And she thinks that TV show was the greatest thing ever because of the fact that that was not her family, and they're happy. And her family was the farthest thing from happy. And it's an amazing song. It's really sad, but it's also really fun because you can just listen to this song. It's a lot of fun. Joel Perez is great in this song. He actually plays a very different, bunch of different characters. Most of them are her dad's lovers in the show. but I think he does a definitely very good job with this song. I definitely really do love Raincoat Love. It's great. Great song. Now, the next song, though, this is considered the anthem for this show. This is the one song where, if you talk about this show, this is the show that it comes to mind. If someone's seen it, this is what they're going to talk about. Ring of Keys.
Your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots and your keys. Oh, your ring of keys.
I'd like to point out something. Cindy Lucas is 9 years old. 9 years old. Probably doesn't even understand half the material she's dealing with before this musical. Now she knows, though, because she perfectly plays this part of Allison. Because this is when Allison starts to realize that she does not like normal little girl stuff. She starts to see this woman who is a delivery woman who clearly is a lesbian. She has short hair, she has dungarees, she has lace-up boots, and Allison loves it. In fact, there's a part of the song where she's like, she looks beautiful, but no, she looks handsome, because that's what Allison thinks. She doesn't think of it as just beautiful. She thinks of this as what a man would think of it as, and what a man would look like, and I think it's really well done. It really shows her transition into this lesbian. I mean, this is before she even knew. She just knew that there was something different about her, and I think it was really well done with this song. I definitely really do love Ring of Keys, and really it is the anthem for the show, because it's all about how she wasn't like anyone else, and it really does show that very well. I definitely really do love Ring of Keys. It's one of the best songs of the show by far, and I love it. It's not my favorite song on the show. I'll talk about my favorite song, but it definitely is up there. I absolutely love Ring of Keys. It's a great song. Now, the next song, this is just one of the crushing songs of the show. You listen to this song, it is literally crushing, because this is after her mom. Now, her mom doesn't have a lot to do in the show, if you guys can't tell. She doesn't. She does, but she doesn't have a lot of songs. Mostly because she doesn't focus as much on her mom, but here she does, because this is after her, because she had to tell about this. This is a song called Days and Days. It's Judy Kuhn's big song in the show, Days and Days.
No one clocks the day you disappear. Days and days and days.
This is why Judy Kuhn is nominated for a Tony. She is. Everyone in the show is nominated. I'm going to talk about what I really think should happen with that. But let me say something about this song. This song is so powerful because this is after, basically, Helen has realized that this whole time her husband has been having sexual relations with men. This whole time. She's always known about it because there was this time that there was this guy in the army who came up to her and was really upset at Bruce, but that's because he had sexual relations with her, and she didn't know about this till now. And he was outed to everyone, and she just feels like her entire life has been destroyed. Anyone, I mean, really, any mother can probably relate to that, because just think about what would happen if your entire life you're with this man, and then you realize that he's gay, and he never told you, and all this time he's been having these sexual encounters with men, and just knowing that actually happened, this basically destroyed her. It destroyed her. Allison does not talk about how she died, but it pretty much is how she died. She died of just thinking her life was nothing. Her life is nothing after this. I can think about it. Her entire life is pretty much destroyed now, and it's so sad, but Judy Kuhn perfectly plays the part of this. I think she does a fantastic job with this song. Such difficult material, but again, everyone in the show has such difficult material, but they handle it so well, and this is one of those songs that is handled so well. I love Days and Days. It's such a hard song, again, to get through. It's not the hardest song on the show, I'll get to that, but, Days and Days, amazing song. I love Days and Days. It's a great song. I love every song on the show, but, you know, that's just how the show is. And the next song, this is a fun song, but it's also a very sad song. It's called Telephone Wire.
Oh, I don't know.
I know a bar that's kind of hidden away. CD club for folks like, you know, could be fun.
This is basically when Allison is an adult, her father and her are trying to connect, but They don't want to talk about what actually is the issue here. Like, she wants to talk about how similar they are. He wants to talk about anything else besides that. And it's really funny because he's talking to her about things that she might like as, like, a child, but not now. And it's funny, but it's also really sad because he doesn't want to talk about him being gay and her being a lesbian. He doesn't want to talk about it because maybe he just wasn't ever okay with it. Maybe he just thought something was wrong. I don't know. Maybe his past was just as fucked up as Allison's was. Maybe he had a father that constantly was berated him for it. Maybe he was like that. I really don't know. She doesn't even talk much about her father because she didn't know much about it, obviously. But it's so sad because it's actually the last conversation they had before he committed suicide, and it's really sad. I definitely love this song. However, nothing prepared me for the crushing, and I mean crushing, powerful Edge of the World.
But when the sunlight hits the parlor wall at certain times of day.
This is the new Javert Suicide, and it might just be better than Javert Suicide, and I'm going to talk about why. This song, okay, I already was, like, on the verge of being upset for this family. I almost bawled towards the end of the song, honestly. I was, like, this close to bawling, and this is a cast recording. That never happens to me. But because this actually happened, and because this is the song that he sings before he commits suicide, and how hard do you think it's gonna be, how hard do you think it's gonna be? It's very hard to listen to, it's coming, and the whole song, he's like, why am I standing here? Like, he's questioning, should I actually go through with this? And Michael, Service is nominated for a bunch of reasons, but he needs to win after this song. I'm sorry. I don't care what you guys say. Michael Service is the front runner for this song. Honestly, this song in general, he should win just for this. He is absolutely amazing in this song. He's reflecting on his life. You see the pain he's gone through. You see the tragicness he's gone through. And it's just so sad to listen to. Edge of the World. I really can't get through this song. I can't even talk about this song. I'm almost crying here, honestly. This song makes me very emotional. And I can't relate to a single thing in the show. I know who I am. I have parents who are straight. I'm straight. I can't relate to a single thing in this show, honestly. But because of how powerful the score is and how powerful the text is, and knowing the story actually happened, it's so powerful. And the biggest part of this is that Allison even said, the real Allison Bechdel said there'd be no story had her father not committed suicide. And at the end of the song, that's when the truck hits him. And it's so sad. You even hear the sound of the truck. And I'm like, no, don't play that. No, don't do that to me. And, like, it's such a powerful song. Michael Service sounds amazing. And it is by far the best song in the show. It's the best song because who would have thought a song made me almost cry? Okay, I'm a guy. I don't think that never happens to me. This actually made me cry, and I never thought that would happen, and that's amazing that it did. So now we're going to get to the finale of the show called Flying Away. This is when everything starts to link together in Allison's life. This is when she's done reflecting. This is when she's done with her comic book. This is when she's thinking about her life as a child and her life as in college. And it all really links together to just make the story come full circle, and I love that. And the whole song is about how she can now fly away and be who she wants to be. And now their father's dead. It also is a good thing that her father's dead in a way because she doesn't have to really deal with it anymore. But at the same time, she has that legacy to tell. She has this story to tell now, and she doesn't even know if her father would be happy if she, she's this cartoonist now. She doesn't even know if he'd be happy about it. But basically, that is the soundtrack, and oh my god, what a powerful soundtrack. Let me talk about this show. This show needs to be the front runner for Best Musical. I know it is. Everyone is saying it's the front runner for Best Musical. I'm going to tell you guys why. Again, this is a cast recording. Cast recording, okay? It's not supposed to be that powerful, but it is. Just listening to these songs, and the fact that they didn't just put songs on here, they put dialogue on here. It's such a powerful show, honestly. Edge of the World in general is why the show should win. Michael Service needs to win for Best Actor. Beth Malone needs to win for Best Actress. all three of the main little actresses, well, not little actresses, but all three of the actresses are nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Judy Kuhn, Sydney Lucas, and Emily Skeggs. Out of the three, I'd say Sydney Lucas by far deserves. I mean, she's a 9-year-old girl, and she's singing about very mature subject matter, which is awesome. I've never seen, or it's been very long since I've seen them give a little girl such difficult material. So, if you guys can't tell, I pretty much love this show. I really do. This is going to probably become my favorite show of the Tony season by far. It's going to be very hard to see what can outnumber this. If is An American Paris better? I don't care how good An American Paris is. There is no way it can come close to Fun Home. Nothing can come close to Fun Home, okay? This show is not just a musical. It is a journey. It is. It is a non-linear story. I never want to see the show on Broadway because I bawl like a baby if I did. Just from Edges of the World, I almost bawl like a baby. So I know if I saw this show on Broadway, I'd probably bawl like a baby and just lose it. But this show is amazing. I am so happy that they made a show like this. Just the fact that, and also, guys, this show has been off Broadway for 2 years, and it's finally come on to Broadway. Thank God it did, or else this show would not have gotten a single Tony and would not be as well known as it is. I knew nothing about this show. I don't know about off-Broadway productions. I don't. I know about Broadway shows, and that's it. I knew there was a show called Fun Home. That's really all I knew. I didn't know what it was about. Because there's no soundtrack. I mean, there was a soundtrack for the show, but it's such a good show. Please get the soundtrack for Fun Home. It is the one soundtrack where I constantly you find out this story, you become obsessed with it. Honestly, this story is a story that I am now obsessed with, and I looked at interviews of Alison Bechdel praising this show, saying they pretty much got everything correctly. Literally, she says they got everything right. Everything. And I love that. And hearing her story and how happy she is with life, I was really happy for her because you see how she wasn't happy with life before, but now she is. And it really shows her transformation and, again, brings her full circle as a person. I thought that was great. I love this show. Please get the soundtrack. It's amazing. But that's in my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another Broadway soundtrack review. There is another one that came out today that I do need to listen to that will not come as close to this. I know it won't because it's a fun show and this is a very dramatic show. Please get the soundtrack, okay? I don't care who you are. Get the soundtrack. Everyone can relate to this story. Everyone's going to feel bad for Alison Bechdel. Get the soundtrack. It's amazing. It really is. It's a life-changing show for Broadway. And it honestly is life-changing. Like, if you go on my Twitter, I said this is a life-changing soundtrack. It is. You don't realize how powerful Broadway is. This is why I love Broadway, because of powerful stories like this. And that's just why I love Broadway. But that's basically it for my review. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another Tony soundtrack review. And I will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.